Hello out there on planet Earth. This is Joe Ranieri, director of ImaginativeAction.com, bringing you mind-expanding fresh perspectives, creative new angles on life, and personally empowering imaginative information with a cherry on top. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is one of the fastest ways to empower yourself. We're going to be talking about empowerment and how to quickly empower yourself so that you can live a more fulfilling life. So, what we're going to take a look at is the number one way that you could speed up your own empowerment, your own creative ability to create results in your life, to expand your perspective, to expand your perception of options and possibility, to expand your creative energy. So if you're not smiling now, I think that you'll be smiling by the end of this video, because this is a very powerful tool that you could use. So what we're going to look at is why strengthening your imagination is crucial to empowering yourself. Why strengthening your imagination is crucial to empowering yourself. Now, imagination is not merely child's play. It is not just some token to escape reality, quote unquote. Imagination is extremely powerful, and the way that I am talking about using it is not something that you merely use to escape reality, but rather to create reality. Imagination gives life to goals and desires. It's the energy, the fuel behind everything that you do. Without imagination, you do not even come up with, for example, a big goal in the first place. And without imagination, over time, goals tend to lose their power. Desires tend to lose their power. Goals and desires tend to lose their power and appeal. So it is what keeps you going. It is what empowers you along the path. Now, most people often wind up quitting on their journey to achieving their goals. Okay, they wind up quitting on what they set out to initially do. Or worse yet, they don't even take action to make it happen. So the thing is, you see, in our society, you've not been taught the true power of your imagination to affect change in your life. And you have not been told about your true ability to create the life that you desire. This is because in our society there is an overemphasis on the use of logic. Now, logic can be wonderful as a tool in certain circumstances, under certain contexts, but it is the overemphasis on logic to the exclusion of imagination that keeps you stuck, trapped, limited in limited mental spaces, and kept in a similar place or kept in the status quo. And imagination has been ignored for far too long. You are by your very nature a creative being that can create without end. You are not powerless and at the whim of external conditions, as you have been often taught and as you have internalized in large part. All of us have internalized this to various degrees in our society. You see, imagination reconnects you to your natural power. And when you are trying to make changes, when you are trying to transform, when you are trying to make a major shift in your life, you need the connection with the power of your imagination more than ever to empower you to move ahead, to make the changes a reality in your life. However, our society constantly hammers into us being more limited than we are. For example, being realistic is a big one. Oh, be realistic. In fact, it's a rite of passage when one has now matured and is adult, for example, for facing the facts of life. Compromise is another supposed sign of maturity. Now, am I saying never compromise yourself or never face certain facts that may be in front of you? No, of course not. But I am saying that there is an overemphasis on these things to the detriment of your vitality, to the detriment of your energy, to your growth, to your creative ability. Now, we've all been there. But you know, when you want to move ahead to creating a dynamic and successful life and taking it to the next level, this formula simply cannot get you there. The passion, the excitement that gets your engine going and gives you the staying power is your imagination. Now, imagination is crucial to making the transformation that you desire, to making deep desires a reality, to making changes. But that's neither here nor there without knowing how you can best strengthen your imagination. So, in large part, that's what I help people do. I help use their imagination in explosive, powerful ways so that they have ample creative energy to create the results they desire, so their sense of possibility explodes, their sense of options explode, their sense of optimism, the mental space, so to speak, widens, etc., so on and so forth. There's many other experiences that stem from using your imagination in powerful ways, but these are just some of them. So, when you're going to empower yourself, step one is to incorporate more imagination into your life. And in the way I'm talking about it, we're talking about powerful, explosive ways. There's nothing passive about this. We're talking about eyes open. We're talking about conscious use of your imagination. We're talking about combining what is in front of you with also the imaginative explosion that takes place in your mind. But to sum it up, if you want to empower yourself, the fastest way to empower yourself is through the use of your imagination. And then the fastest way to use your imagination to do this is through the use of imagination exercises, which incorporate powerful, explosive, conscious ways of using your imagination. So I hope you guys enjoyed the talk here on empowering yourself. Please remember, subscribe, comment, check out the links. Until next time, have an imaginative, wonder-filled journey.